And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it with Penny. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
19. One left.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
19. Go, 14.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a give to Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
95.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A handoff to Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ohio!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Go 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Come on, let's
And
go.
on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Go 14.
Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Flex round! Flex round! 4 down, check! 4 down. Shift!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
3 down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Flex round. Ohio.
Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Zebra. There. 14. Three down. 19. Shotgun.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A final shot before break. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
It's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial
rush coming, and he's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
3rd and long. It's Wilson going up top. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Giants on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. The pitch goes to Barkley. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Black round! 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 Black round!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 67 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll try to run more with Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are in for 6. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
19.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Zero. Good. down, 14.
On second down, here's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Odell Beckham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And New York set to take the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they knew there were going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Running left, it's Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now he'll escape to his left, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. To throw again is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. Shoves him aside. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And out now come the Seahawks. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. On 2nd down, here's Penny. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Black round! Black round!
A handoff, Barkley running left. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Giants on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On the run, it's Barkley. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, over here.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep him from getting out of it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. Pass
protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by